Greetings, welcome to Muse and Magic 1111. Thanks for stopping by my channel for yet another deep dive into your oracle journey. Um, hey Leos, I am Aisha coming to you from Bay Area, California. I am your local spiritual advisor, healer, muse, workshop facilitator, teacher, homeschool mom, you name it. I do it. Okay, so we're gonna bypass the healings and the music that I typically will start with, and we're just gonna kind of dive right in today. Okay, just felt called to do these messages, and so we're just gonna get into it. Tell me about Leo. What does Leo need to hear, Spirit? What does Leo need to hear? Success is assured with good plans and hard work. Involvement with the law. There's a dark man or dealings or relationship with a man with dark complexion or dark hair. Maybe you're a dark man with dark hair. If you are, may even have fairly long hair as well. Okay, very chiseled features, or maybe just very defined features. Okay. So there's some problems here to be dissolved. And maybe these problems could be legal with this involvement with the law. There's warnings that you have problems either now or in the near future. So again, this might have something to do with legal situations. Again, this is Mercury retrograde, so just be very mindful of signing any type of contracts or coming into contract of business deals, or even buying homes and cars at this time where you have to put your name on the dotted line. So there could be oftentimes there can be things in the fine print that are overlooked, missed or overlooked rather. And so just pay attention to the fine print. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Okay. If you can hold off a couple of weeks until we pass through all of this Mercury retrograde energy and shadow period energy, that'll be awesome. Okay. Um, so a chain of events that will affect your life. Now this could be already happening. There could be a chain of events that's been affecting your life. Very problematic. You know what I'm saying? So you're experiencing problems here, there, whatever, at this time. And at the end of the day, I just want you to know that success is assured. Okay? But you do need a plan. Okay? You do need a plan. Even if your plan is just setting your intentions, do that so that you can bring about what it is you think about. Okay? Recognition, reward for merit. So yeah, recognition. Okay, so reaping rewards, and that comes with the success over here. I'm pretty sure of that. News is on the way. Okay, what is this news that's on the way, Spirit? What is this news on the way? Maybe you received some news already in the month of March. However, this is regarding a woman or a relationship, dealing with some type of a relationship. This woman may be younger or very youthful, and this woman is someone who has pretty much changed your life, or at least the perception of how you view friendships or relationships or situationships with women. Okay, with young women. This card just keeps wanting to come out. So a distant friend is thinking of you. You're on someone's mind. This is okay. So some type of a temporary situation here. So maybe what comes up to me is trouble don't last always. Okay. Uh, Trouble doesn't last always. So if there is something legal going on, if there is some type of trouble in paradise or even a chain of events that's affecting your life, just know that, there will be some type of success as the outcome and that this is just a very temporary situation. Yeah, this could be a new job, career. So at this time, since there's probably some transition happening in job or career or an opportunity, you just want to be willing to preserve. You want to be mindful of your spending and preserve, okay? So that you can overcome these problems. And then also you want to persevere. Perseverance is key. Yeah, successfully overcoming a problem. Okay. So we're gonna just jump right on into um money matters specifically, and then we'll get into relationship, and then uh, we'll end there. Okay. So tell me about the finances for Leo. What are Leo's financial situation right now? Faith. So this situation needs your full trust. There's the a divine reason behind this experience. So your spirit guides are leading you in the right direction, okay? Mainstream. It's time to be seen and to show your talent to the world. Your business is getting um, more the audience. Getting more the audience at this time. So maybe something that you've been doing is now getting ready to hit mainstream, and what that could mean, it may not mean anything having to do with social media and just being out there. That doesn't mean you're trying to be Instagram famous overnight or anything like that. This could just be launching your own business, and whether by word or mouth, it's just getting out there. Word is getting around. That you do what you do and that you're good at what you do, or someone really just tends to help and has put you on blast out there to people so that you can be called upon in the field that you're an expertise in. Okay? So, yeah, and that changes your finances. Collaborations. So, working with someone who has the same goals as you will increase your power and your reach. Again, so maybe someone's going to come in and help with this mainstream, with this marketing, so that your business can just catch fire. Someone wants to do business with you. Charm. So, typically Leos are fairly charming. They just are. They're full of personality, very bright. They are pretty much the sun card, the star card, right? So, you're very charming, very mesmerizing to some, right? You have a style that captivates your audience, and you can use your confidence in this way to your advantage, especially as it pertains to growing your business. Communicate, communicate, communicate. Share your voice to speak your truth. Sharing your voice to speak your truth. Okay? Your authenticity and expression. Now, well, that'll show your authenticity. It'll show your expression. And so now you have a talent in the communications field. I think Leos typically also have a gift of gab, right? You have the gift of gab. So it could be that, or you could be very mainstream because now whatever you're doing, maybe it's already slightly mainstream, but maybe something's going to trigger something to take off for you. You've already built an audience, you've already built your followers, and so now it just takes that one flicker, right? That one lit candle to start everything to falling into place for these opportunities to come and open up for you to be extremely successful. You're already great at collaborating with people. You're already a great leader and a great charmer, right? You have the gift of gab here with communication, and maybe you're in the communications field already, okay? Um, Yeah, so you're very skilled at this, and investing in your own self, your own skills is a way to generate more income, generate more opportunities for yourself to have these extra streams of income, right? You can provide services using your expertise to build a stable income. If that is a worry, if it has been a worry, like you have everything that you need for the step that you're on. Balance. You need to balance your career and your personal life. Honesty and business ethics are important to establish credibility in your work environment, but you definitely need a balance. Some people are all work, 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 and no play. And then next thing you know, you look up and it's 10, 15, 20 years later, the kids are grown. There's no, no one's around, no one's left. I remember this guy, I forget his name, but he wrote a book, and I've brought this up in readings before and just in conversation. But the name of the book is called The Score, and he was like a mentor, life coach to career coach, life coach, or whatever, to some of the biggest names that we know of. I want to say A Rod was one of them. Please do not, okay, quote me on that. But I believe he said A Rod. I believe he said he worked with Tiger Woods, or if not Tiger Woods, people tied to or people who knew or at this level of athleticism and career success. And one of the things that he would coach people in is just knowing that if you're going to be a star, if you're going to be a winner, if you're going to be an A plus student or just you know, be that in all things. Like you can't be an excellent um, ball player or golfer or business owner or whatever and be a horrible dad, a horrible son, a horrible cousin, uncle, whatever, right? So one of the exercises was to, put down all of the roles that you play and the relations that you have and how you would like to show up for people. What things you would like to start doing with those relationships to cultivate them, to make sure that they know. Anyway, the point that I'm making is that he talked about something that was the 90-second um, thing that when you come to the door, at least give your children and your wife each individually 90 seconds of peace to just hear about their day, check in with them, or whatever, even the dog. Because if you don't give people and make them feel important enough that they matter when you come to the door, you don't give your all, you don't give them your attention and your love, one day, no one's going to be waiting at the door for you, not even the damn dog. And we all know dogs love to run up when we're coming through the door and they're so happy, but they won't even be waiting for you if you don't give them the time of day, if you don't invest in the relationship. Okay, so that's why this balance card comes up. I feel like, at some point you have to find the balance so that everything is not just work, 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 work. You do need time for yourself, for self-care, for play, for love, loving even on yourself, but allowing love into your life. Um, I don't know. I just feel like that just needed to be said. And then you're becoming more mature in handling your finances, taking responsibility, and exciting but challenging. So it's time to be dependable. It's like sometimes when we come into a new bracket of income, some people lose their minds. But again, every time this card comes up, I tend to give the advice to people to please hire someone to help you with your finances, to plan for your future, no matter how much you're making, but especially if you're coming into this new mainstream role where you're going to be really hiking up, you know what I mean, what your income and the opportunities that you have for yourself is going to put you in a different financial bracket. Okay. And last but not least, lucky you. This is your lucky time. Okay. Things are literally turning in your favor. So take advantage of this opportunity and make the most of it. Be mindful. Just be mindful. I just have to keep implanting that into your soul. Be mindful. Whatever these changes are, whatever this big mainstream thing is coming for you, just be mindful, okay? Remain humble, but remain very smart with how you move with your financials. Hire the appropriate people who can help you to manage your finances and invest them properly, okay? Okay, my Leos. So let's get into this. Let's get into this relationship piece here. What's going on the relationship front with my Leos? So someone here has been waiting or is worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. This is a very passionate connection, but I think you already know this. Finances and career are affecting your love life. So basically, it's like when when you feel like you're not put together completely and you don't have the total package to offer, you are not at your best. Especially Leos, because you're very concerned with what it looks like to other people, what you look like, and how you are displayed and perceived by other people. That is important to Leo, especially because you are ruled by solar plexus, right? Ruled by the sun. So, I'm saying that not as an astrological sign. I'm just saying that as just the energy of the sun and what that represents. Um, So when your finances and career are just not in alignment or just not in balance, you tend to be you can be very recluse. You can be very not ready, like, you know what I mean, to deal with people in a certain way, especially as it pertains to relationships. Okay? But you're going to have to let go of control issues and allow this situation to unfold naturally, whatever the situation is. There's definitely some type of chemistry here. And this is whoever your person is that you're thinking about right now. Whoever you're thinking your person is. There is definitely chemistry here. There's a strong magnetic connection. However, it's not like you guys have children together, but children may be affecting this connection. Okay? Children could possibly be affecting this connection. Okay? Um, I don't think there's any issues here with um, forgiveness between the two of you. I don't feel like this is someone that you've had any issues with in the past or present situation. Um, this is just straight up attraction. You're very attractive. This person is very attractive. Roses are relevant here. Maybe long hair, kind of like a light brownish hair, or if not, a deep um, brownish red kind of tinted hair. Someone who typically wears like a red cheek, right? Who may smell like roses, who loves roses, maybe who even has their own garden. Take it how it resonates. Okay, so yeah. And someone here is wearing a false mask in this situation, this relationship. And all that really means is that someone is not being very expressive or forthcoming um, with their true feelings, or true intentions for this partnership or relationship. Okay. Someone is definitely calling in their soulmate, and your prayers and your affirmations and visualizations will help bring you two together. Okay. There hasn't really been a heart to heart conversation had, but it needs to be had. There's some stagnancy around that, and maybe that's be due to anything. You know how this resonates. And maybe a part of you doesn't really feel like loving or getting back into a deep relationship with someone, or a marital situation or a committed situation is going to be a long lasting loving situation, because many have had a little PTSD behind past relationships, right? toxicity and the fact that it didn't last, right? But this is someone who you definitely have romantic feelings about, um, you know, and it's definitely a true love, but I feel like there's some indifference here. Why? There's just, there hasn't been any flirting. There hasn't really been a feeling of soulmate as it used to be. Um, you deserve love. Your person deserves love. Okay? So the bottom line is that you got to love yourself first. Everyone has got to love themselves first before trying to get into a situation where you're trying to love on another person. But someone needs to make a gesture. Someone needs to make an expression of love, because otherwise it's almost like this is a dying thing. It's not going to last very much longer. Someone's kind of tired of not knowing. Someone's kind of tired of feeling like they're the initiator. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Yep, make the effort. Okay. All right, my Leo. So that's all I got for you now. I hope you enjoyed this reading as much as I enjoyed reading for you. In all you're getting, get understanding. Remember that love brings change. Love is the highest vibration of all. Um, also know that I'm always wishing the best for you. I am wishing for wellness, for the highest and optimal levels of health, wealth, and abundance. And until next time, wholeness.